Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a singles love reading for my dearest Virgos. Virgo, we're going to take a look at who's coming towards you in love, but we're also going to take a look at your energy and get as much advice from Spirit as possible. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what clear messages, advice, and guidance come through for my dearest Virgos for their highest and greatest good. Also, a friendly reminder, Virgos, I am available for private readings, so if you're after one, I have those links in the description box down below. All right, Virgo, your energy is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, moving forward here, I feel like you're open. What you've learned from the past, the Sun card, whoo-hoo. Your obstacles and challenges here, the Three of Cups, okay? And the person coming towards you, the Ten of Wands. All right, so you could have a fire sign here, Leo in particular, maybe Sag. But I'm seeing here that you might meet somebody here who's moving to your town or to your city, your state, your country, maybe even to your job. Pay attention to the number sequence 10, 10, and we also have 19 breaking down to a 10, so 10, 10, 10, Virgo, very important for you in this connection. But I feel like you've actually done a lot of healing and clearing here, Virgo. You're ready to push forward, you're ready to move forward, you're open and available for your true soulmate. The Two of Wands, yeah, you've been waiting for the one, the Two of Wands. Some of you, there's distance here between you and this person, so it could be like a long distance connection, maybe it's an online connection, but for others of you, maybe this person, again, they're moving to, again, your city, state, country, maybe your job, something like that. But Virgo, you're doing quite well for yourself here with the Wheel of Fortune, so you may have your finances in order, but I just also feel like you've freed yourself from karmic lessons. You're kind of just, you're happy, you're good. You're open and available. You're willing to take a risk or a leap of faith with the right person. Three of Wands. You're in an energy here of waiting, but I don't feel like it's like sitting back and waiting and being lazy. I feel like with the Three of Wands, it's like you know that there's somebody out there for you, your destined partner, and you're just like waiting to see who that might be. And I feel there's a beautiful energy to this and optimism here. And the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, you're ready for marriage. You're ready for commitment. Again, some of you, this is someone you may already be talking to, but it feels like they're at a distance from you. They could come from a big family or maybe a culture where there's a lot of extended family, or maybe you do. But I feel like you're just ready. You are ready for this next step here, Virgo. You're ready for the right person. I actually feel like you're in the perfect energy as well to call this person in. What you've learned in the past is the Sun. This is a Leo energy. This is, you're not going to let anybody dim your light here, Virgo. That's what I'm getting. You're not going to let anybody dim your light. I just feel like you've burned away karmic situations. You've learned your lessons. I feel like I'm really connecting with my very happy, very balanced Virgos. Even if you don't always feel that way, it's just like I feel with the Sun card that you're just ready for growth and expansion. You've learned through contrast, right? What makes you happy, what you want and what you don't want. And again, you're open and you're available. The Hierophant energy in reverse. A lot of you, you could be divorced. But I also feel with the Hierophant energy in reverse, you probably spent quite some time on your own or healing from the breakdown of a connection, but I feel like you've just become so independent and so solid and so secure in who you are. I also feel too that like you're okay with marching to the beat of your own drum here. Like many of you, maybe your friends are married and have kids and are kind of doing things differently than you are, but I just feel like you're so safe and secure within yourself here, Virgo. And yeah, and a lot of you too with the Page of Cups in reverse, you're also, I feel like some of you in the past may have been very attached to connections and where they were going. And of course, it's very important to know what you want in a connection and to recognize whether or not the connection is giving back to you what you want or if it's moving in the direction that you want it to. But I also feel that you've learned to not idealize people and connections. With this Page of Cups in reverse, you may have been duped in the past. maybe even betrayed, but I just feel like you're not letting that really get you down. I feel like you're really transmuting that energy. You're taking those as lessons for growth and you're letting them go. And I also feel too, like you're also recognizing you're not going to emotionally invest in something that doesn't, or a person or a relationship that doesn't share the same vision for the future as you do. Like you're no longer going to be making those concessions or ignoring red flags, or not even necessarily red flags, but ignoring the fact that maybe you and this person don't want the same things, but still trying to make it work, right? And I like that energy because there's a wisdom to it. It's also you've healed and cleared a lot of your karma. But your challenges here are the Three of Cups. So some of you do find dating to be a bit challenging. Now, maybe it's because you were in a higher level of commitment for a long time. And those of you that know, that dating has changed in the last 10, 20 years, like drastically. It's definitely not like what it used to be. But again, some of you might be feeling a little bit shy. Maybe you're not so sure about dating apps or how and where you're going to meet people. But I still feel like you're optimistic, but this is in your challenge position, yeah. Because some of you too, you've run into a lot of people that maybe don't want the same things, or people who are around for a good time, but not a long time. And I do feel like you're ready, you want to invest, you want stability, maybe you want to have a family, maybe you don't want a family, but you want a stable connection. Wow, and I feel like also you're having a hard time possibly meeting people who match your energy, Virgo. With this Wheel of Fortune, 2 Wheel of Fortunes in the same reading is quite fantastic, and it's also another 10. But Virgo, I do feel some of you, maybe you feel like you've been calling in people that don't have the same drive as you. Maybe you're calling in people that just don't move the way that you move, right? Because I'm definitely feeling like I'm picking up on my Virgos out there. You grind, you hustle. I feel like you've done quite well for yourselves, or you just know you have a lot to offer. And so I do feel like there's a little bit of an energy of holding back. And some of you, you're ready. Some of you, you've been planning. You wanted to become financially stable or pay off debt and that sort of thing before you really invested in marriage or commitment or a long-term connection. And some of you, you're there, but it's like dipping your toe in the water here in the dating pool is a little bit scary. I'm a little bit hesitant is what I'm feeling. But I do feel the person coming towards you is this 10 of Wands energy. So again, it might be kind of a shock or a surprise because they might not be where you are just yet. Okay, and if my Virgos, if some of you are planning a move, because some of you, maybe you're moving overseas, a different city, a different state, a different country, a different company. Again, there may be somebody where you're going. Wow, the Eight of Pentacles, a lot of you are going to meet this person in person. So if you are on dating apps, I'm not saying to not continue trying and continue to do that. But I do feel with the Eight of Pentacles, a lot of you might meet this person at work or at the gym or somewhere you repeatedly go back to, the grocery store, your favorite bar, club, restaurant. And they could be a Sagittarius, but to me, this is soulmate energy. She's holding those 2 seashells, which are like 2 cups. Normally in the Rider-Waite deck. So I do feel this is a strong soulmate energy. I'm also seeing that divine intervention, divine guidance is going to bring you two together. This person may be an earth angel. They might be a tarot reader. They might be a healer. Of course, this could be your energy. I'm most likely connecting to my Virgos out there who are high priests and high priestesses. But the universe is reworking, and you can see that with my dear high priestess here, that the universe is reworking people and situations around to bring you two together. So again, it's going to feel like it's serendipity, but truthfully, this is destiny, especially with the double Wheel of Fortune energy here, Virgo. This is destiny. This is destiny. Wow. All right, let's take a look at, is there anything that my Virgos need to be aware of when it comes to love at this time? Is there anything that my Virgos maybe aren't seeing or need to be aware of, before this connection comes in, or that they need to be aware of in their next connection that they haven't quite been aware of yet? And we see Hole in the Soul, number 36, breaks down to a number 9. All right, so I also, this is an interesting message because it's about looking at, Virgo, like what is missing for you. Now, maybe what has been or was missing in previous connections, but it's also about your own personal fulfillment. Like, is there a void that you're experiencing. What is that void, and how can you fill it? So I am going to read from the book. This is Ina Segal's Heal Yourself reading cards. And the message here with this card, if I can find it, is your childhood wounds are creating a hole in your soul. Okay, so some of my Virgos, while you're sort of waiting for this energy to come into your life, and again, I'm not saying to put your life on hold and just sit around and wait, and I know that's not what you're doing. But in the meantime, some of us may need to do some inner child work. So one way your childhood wounds disrupt an extraordinary life is through low-grade depression experienced as a perpetual empty feeling. If, as a child, you tried to make everything all right by picking up the pieces of your family dramas, then you adopted a false self. When you lose your authentic self, you disconnect from your true feelings, needs, and desires. Instead, you wear a mask to make others feel more comfortable. Being detached leads to profound loneliness and isolation, as you are always mourning your true self. This card encourages you to discover your true self through learning about your childhood and mourning the abandonment and neglect that you felt. Okay, so some of my Virgos, now that may not be for all of you, because I do feel like you're an extremely high vibration, but Spirit is saying take a look at any sort of childhood wounding that may be affecting you or your connections, or allowing certain people into your life. Okay, and again, it may not be, not all of you may feel that way, and that's completely okay. But I do feel largely my Virgos out there are very, very high vibrational. Maybe some of you really were. You have been doing some inner child healing. And remember, when we're healing the inner child, it's not about blaming. It's not about blaming others. It's about really stepping up and taking care of your child self and making decisions that will be not only protect you, but protect your child self, if that makes sense, emotionally and physically. So any other wisdom here for my Virgos before they go into this relationship? Purify your space, break away from toxic people or situations that don't serve your highest and greatest good. Yeah, absolutely. And I think a lot of you already have done that. I also feel this is a strong indication for my Virgos, especially those of you who lean towards workaholism, because I know a lot of my Virgos do. But also to make sure that you have space in your life for the right person. So making sure you have space in your schedule, making sure you have a space to share with someone, to make love to someone, things like that. And choose to be with someone who loves you, supports you, and never makes you feel small. Yeah, absolutely. So again, not knowing your worth and your value, not allowing anybody into your life that doesn't make you feel like $1,000,000 when you're with them. Let's see what other messages, advice, and guidance come through for my Virgos regarding their love lives, my single Virgos out there. Any other messages, advice, and guidance for my single Virgos out there? Karmic relationship. Okay, so a lot of you, this is what you've let go of. I see that very clearly. You've learned some tough lessons, but I feel like, we never stop learning, Virgo, obviously, but I feel like you're ready to put that to rest. Yeah, a lot of you've just been hanging out with friends. You're feeling a lot more uplifted. I definitely feel that. Like I'm getting like this really high vibrational energy from the Virgos I'm connecting with. And again, you may meet this new person. They may start off as a friend, or you might be with friends. Maybe you'll start off with like a coffee date with them. And you're going to get exactly what you need because you're moving on from karma. I love this. This is like such a beautiful reading, because a lot of times readings, we do get past energies coming through. And it's like Spirit saying, yeah, Virgo, you're done with that. And we don't even really need to talk about it. You've moved on. You've moved on from something toxic. You've healed it. You've cleared it. And you're ready for the next big thing. And that's what I do want to focus on, this next big thing here coming in, possibly a Sagittarius. It is somebody who's solid and stable, somebody who's a hard worker. And again, there may be some sort of move, relocation, or transfer, okay, involved in you two meeting. So what else do my Virgos need to know about this next person coming towards them? They could be a Scorpio. Ooh, protective and loyal. They stand strong in their convictions. All right. There's that watery energy. This person might be a little bit older or younger than you or than what you normally date. I don't always feel it has to be 10 plus years. And this person could have a close-knit relationship with their mother, regardless of their age, and also regardless whether or not she's alive or crossed over. So I do think also, it is important to pay attention to how, if, this person's relationship with their mom, if is she like overbearing and meddling and that sort of thing? Does she dictate too much? Because we do see that here. He may closely mimic her expectations of your connection. Be careful if mother calls the shots, okay? Pay attention to that. That would definitely be a red flag. But for a lot of you, I feel like there's an energy of love and respect here with this card, which I see as a positive thing. All right. And we see mother, and then we also see father. This person may be a father, or they may want to have children. Okay, we do see this X energy coming around, but like I said, I'm not reading this as an X by any means, but I do feel that you might actually have somebody from your past hit you up. We are in Mercury retrograde. It happens. Sometimes in the comment section, I get these like really snarky comments, like all the readers say that. But it happens. Like it's almost like when you follow astrology and you see it happen time and time again, like it doesn't feel disingenuous or misleading to say that X has come back around in Mercury retrograde. It happens. And as a reader, I hear about it happening. It happens to me, things like that. So again, anyway, I just needed to make a little side comment there. I'm just being a little bit more, glib than usual. But all right, so this is your person coming in. Let's see if we can get any important dates about this person coming in. Very strong masculine energy there. Again, when I say masculine or feminine in my readings, it doesn't mean that, I'm saying male or female necessarily, because we all have masculine and feminine energies. So let's see. Any important dates here for this person, this connection? Within the next 6 months. Okay, beautiful. And in the coming months. Okay. So anywhere, we're in August. Anywhere between, now and the next 6 months. All right. Feels reasonable, right? All right, let's see. Anything else my Virgos need to know about this connection coming towards them? Anything else my Virgos need to know about this connection coming towards them? Psychic connection. Your communication goes beyond mere words. Yeah, you two are going to have a very psychic, very telepathic connection. Pay attention to signs and clues, especially that number sequence 10, 10, 10 coming through Virgo. It's going to be really important, okay? You'll probably start seeing it even after this reading, but maybe some of you also just seeing it on license plates, addresses. This person could have their phone number could end in 1010. Clear messages, advice, and guidance. 1010 is the reason I'm laughing is I remember I had a coworker once upon a time who had a number that was like, it ended not in 1010, but it looked like a, how do I say this, like an advertisement. And he was like, yeah, my phone number, when they gave me this number, I thought it was really cool because it's really easy to remember and things like that. But he's like, but nobody picks up my calls because they all think I'm soliciting something. I just thought it was very funny. Okay, clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Virgos moving forward. Claim your independence. Yeah, I actually feel like you already are. There's big changes here. 13, major arcana for the death card. And tend to the small things. Focus on the little things. Soon they'll become the big things, right? But also this is about paying attention to the details. Listen to what somebody tells you about who they are early on. But also pay attention to the details about this person. There's going to be a lot of clues there about whether or not they're right for you. And trust in divine detours. Number 16, yeah, you've been through a tower moment and there have been some detours here. Again, some of you, this move, this transfer, this relocation is going to experience detours, or maybe it's a big detour in your life or in this person's life, but it definitely brings you two together, and it does feel like it's a fated connection here, Virgo. All right, Virgos, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you so much love and light. If these messages do resonate, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, check out the description box for ways you can get a private reading, or if you like the cards I'm using, or if you want to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Love and light. Take care.